Yo, yo, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Wednesday night installment. Wednesday?
Yep.
The Wednesday night installment of your local broadcasting. Out here from the Nevada desert, as always, the dudes.
Yes, coming to you from all over the world. Hopefully everybody's tuning in. If you're not tuning in yet, you're tuning in soon. Hopefully you're having a good night. Hopefully you've had a good dinner.
Yeah, especially the dinner, huh?
Hopefully,
Dinner's important.
Hopefully you had a good day. Hopefully if you live on the other side of the world, hopefully you're going to have a good day.
Indeed. Turtle user said, sup dudes? What's going on, Turtle? Thanks for stopping back in. Had pizza. I'm actually highly jealous of that.
Oh yeah.
Pizza is my favorite food.
Oh yeah?
Like,
I love pizza too.
hands down, bar none, pizza is my favorite.
And I never get to eat pizza these days, but I had pizza recently too, and it was great. I had Pizza Factory pizza.
Oh, I love PFAC.
Yeah, it was great.
I love PFAC.
Just pepperoni.
Yeah, of course. That's all you got to do, right?
Got their pep, dude.
Yeah.
Nice old greasy pep.
Yeah, that's all you need. When you're going for pizza, you don't got to do too fancy. You don't need all that extra stuff, dude. Pep.
Well, don't get me wrong. I love a supreme pizza. I love a combination pizza.
See, I don't.
Oh.
Hellcats, new follower. Thank you so much, Hellcats, for the follow. We appreciate it. And welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you could have add some information on what you think about your favorite pizza is. But anyways, I think I love combination. And that was the thing, is that when we were getting Pizza Factory, it's like combination or pepperoni. But when you get pepperoni at Pizza Factory, they do that double pep, you know. If you're getting just pepperoni,
Yeah, for sure.
they put on extra pepperoni. I
They
feel
do,
it
yeah.
gets more greasy. It gets a lot more greasy.
Hellcat said, "You mind following me? We'll give your channel a peek here in a second. And we'll see what we can do." And then they said pineapple, lol.
Oh yeah, I think you're just being a troll, maybe.
Yeah, I'm
You're saying that.
yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in that comment, honestly.
But man, when you tell them just a pepperoni pizza, they're like, all right,
Yeah.
freaking, all right, let's see what happens then. And then they actually do it.
Well, see, I used to work at PFAC for a while, and it was like the same thing. Like they literally, at least at the one in Susanville, was like there was like a specific amount that you would put on if it was pepperoni, and then if it was combination, it was like significantly less.
That's
because the
true.
thing with combination pizza, like versus pepperoni, at least PFAC's like motto is
Exactly. That's the thing, is it's different. You can definitely
Yeah.
tell at Pizza Factory specifically.
correct. So the thing is, like, they do basically all their toppings in like a gross net weight, right? So like,
right.
if you need 50 grams of toppings per pizza, if you're doing a combination, you're getting like 10 grams of sausage, 10 grams of pepperoni, 10 grams bell peppers, etc., etc. Whereas like if you're getting pepperoni, all 50 grams are going towards the pepperoni.
Yes.
So you're just getting
Oh,
pep everywhere.
they don't lie, dude.
Yeah. And that's what makes it so greasy too, which just makes
greasy.
it
Puddles.
phenomenal pizza.
We got ponds. We got ponds in the pepperoni.
Turtle said they forgot to give us our soda. That's a bummer, but like I said, pizza's one of those places like where pizza's so good for me that like if they forget something like during the experience, I'm not gonna really hold it against them too much. It's not gonna bother me. Whereas like if I go to Taco Bell, they forget my Baja Blast, like that's what I'm going there for, right? You know, I'm going there for the Baja Blast. I'm gonna kind of.
I'm usually pretty forgiving. I mean, you got to figure it out before you leave, right? I mean, you got to know.
Yeah.
You got to always take a little peek.
Hellcat said it's actually good, and then Turtle agreed and said I like pineapple on a pizza. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm a purist. I go pep.
All right, now Hellcat's
Maybe
getting
Canadian
absurd.
bacon.
Hellcat's getting absurd. He's saying, when I get pineapple pizza, I add barbecue sauce. It's like good.
So
He's doing barbecue sauce.
I have heard of people that do that.
pineapple.
I have heard of people that do the
I
barbecue
don't
sauce.
doubt it. I
and
bet you
pineapple.
put chicken on it too.
Maybe, yeah. So yeah, exactly. They're kind of getting into that. Turtle said, "Me too. Baja Blast is the best." They're putting Baja Blast in bottles now. Yeah, so that's been a thing that they've been doing for the last couple of years, actually, where it'll come in limited runs. They'll do a bottled or canned.
Well, is that
Baja
what
Blast.
happened? I heard that maybe we should look this up, but I heard that basically they had a licensing agreement, and then the licensing agreement ran up.
Correct.
And they didn't up it.
And that expired years and years ago. Like probably 5 years ago. But yeah, no, you're right. We don't even need to look it up. That yes, you're correct. They had an exclusivity licensing deal, and then they didn't like want to re-up it. And I think that was pretty smart on their end because it's like it was so ubiquitous with Taco Bell that it's just going to kind of stick. Like you don't need it to be exclusive. But the thing with like them releasing it to the stores is like it's not like a year-round product that they do that. It's like limited market that they release the bottled or canned versions. Like you couldn't just go to a grocery store and find it every day at every grocery store.
Right. I've only seen it recent. Now that I've gone to the grocery stores the last couple times, I just noticed it recently. I was like, whoa. And then I had to look it up because it was like, I was like, that's weird. And I've never seen that. And I never really thought about it before, but I've never seen it before at sale, but I saw it at Winco.
So I'd seen cans of it, like I said, as of a few years ago. Like probably about 4 years ago. Because I remember the first time I saw they had cans, it was at Walmart. It was at the Walmart actually like right down the street. And I bought like 3 cases of it. And then it was gone for a while. And then it came back. Then it was gone for a while. Then I saw it in bottles. And then it was gone for a while. Like it's one of those things where like they kind of seem to like bounce it back and forth pretty.
So Hellcat says that he puts chicken on it. And he puts barbecue sauce on it. And he puts pineapples on it. I mean, you know what? It's not my style of pizza. I'm going to be quite honest with you. It's not my style of pizza. But if you're going to go all in on it, go ahead and go all in on it. Like, have you tried it with a white sauce?
I like pizza with a white sauce.
Yeah, but that specific combo with white sauce, I feel like it might be pretty good.
It could, yeah. I'll do like a pepperoni, mushroom, olive, and salami with a white sauce.
Interesting.
Yeah. Salami with white sauce, actually, it goes well, surprisingly enough. Turtle User said they also have 2 new Baja flavors, Baja Mango and Baja Pineapple.
Yeah, I think I actually did have the Baja Mango thing.
They also have Flamin' Hot.
Or maybe I didn't.
Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Not Baja, but Mountain Dew is kind of... Baja is Mountain Dew, obviously, but Mountain Dew itself is getting some new flavors.
Was that a struggle getting up there, puppins?
Turtle said your friends are pretty cool dudes. Oh yeah, the guys that we had on last stream. Is that who you're talking about? That's Lorenzo, Choppa, and Taco. Yeah, that was a good stream. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Kind of interesting trying to figure out how to manage like having a bunch of guests on all at once, but I think we did well enough, and it turned out to be a pretty successful stream.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Abe's here.
I think it was great. Yeah, I think she's happy to be on camera.
Last stream she wasn't allowed in here because there was a lot going on. Too many people in here, too many like open alcohol cups, and
too many cords.
Wires running everywhere. Yeah, I mean she's used to this setup where like you can see on the front camera like the room is pretty much like wide open, and like last time we had just like cables like running ever. He will forever be Pit Viper, dude. That guy. Yeah, that's Choppa.
That's great. Well, Pit Viper guy's like a regular. He'll show up on stream. So
yeah, we actually have an episode with just him.
So you could go ahead and get it going, man.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear him in the stream and be like, "Oh, Pit Viper guy," and then other people will catch on, and we could start a new nickname for the guy.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think it would be too hard.
He's that Pit Viper guy.
But like I said, we have an episode where we just basically just interview him, and it was a pretty it was like the first guest we had on the stream. Turtle said, yeah, some people don't know, but alcohol is fatal to almost every animal but humans.
What? I feel like alcohol is fatal to humans too.
It's for sure fatal to humans, but maybe in smaller quantities, maybe. Because I guess humans can have a pretty substantial amount of alcohol before it is fatal. It's definitely poison, though. I mean, like Like, well, I mean, yeah, I guess in a sense, right? Like they say like small amounts of alcohol are like good for the human body, but
I guess it all depends on like I don't know. That's an interesting. I don't really know. I've never seen the other effects of other animals getting drunk.
yeah, I haven't either.
I've watched catnip videos. If this stream was just a stream, we just watched a bunch of catnip videos, I think that'd be a success, man.
You said catnip
Have
videos?
you ever seen cats with
Cats on
catnip?
catnip? Yeah.
It's insane. They all like rub their chin. Dude, they love it. Like
Yeah.
it was like, where's that a cat?
She's like, hang on a second. There's a cat in here?
It's crazy, man. Stuff like that makes you go like, oh man, there must be a god. I mean, that stuff's too cool, dude.
Yeah.
How could this catnip? And you know what's crazy too is catnip is pretty much just a plant, and it's a plant that you get at the store.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a plant that you can buy catnip, right? You get the cat. But like if you were to go to Ace Hardware and you were to go to their outside plant section in the summertime,
Mm-hmm.
they are probably selling catnip because actually it's actually salvia.
Really?
It's in the salvia family. Yeah.
I was literally just about to say it's kind of like the same thing with like salvia for humans.
They
Like,
sell a lot of different salvias at the Ace Hardware. Or
Huh.
not Ace Hardware, Home Depot, whatever.
Gotcha.
Lowe's, Home
Yeah.
Depot, your average nursery. They sell all different types of salvias, and one of the more common ones is catnip. I see it planted on people's front porches all the time.
interesting.
There's also a type that looks exactly like catnip, but it's not catnip, and it's actually a little bit more popular.
It's more popular for cats?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, no, it's more popular in people's yards.
Oh, like
but
to
it looks,
purchase, yeah.
But it looks a lot like catnip, but it's not.
Interesting.
At least it won't get the cats. It doesn't have that psychoactive.
Gotcha. So does
Trippy, man.
catnip actually have like the same like salvia name? Like is it like a salvia?
Yeah, just like type in catnip. Let's do like a Wikipedia and maybe like pull it up for the viewers too, so that they could just see it real quick. Because it is in the salvia family, so it is a salvia. I'm almost positive it could be a mint, but I'm pretty sure it's a salvia. It's Neptia cataria. So it's actually Lamiaceae. So it's not like in a direct salvia family, but it's related to mints. It's Lamiaceae, so it's mint.
Okay. And so is salvia and mint related? Like are they kind of the same?
I'm not sure actually. I knew it was related to mint, and I knew it was related to salvia, but I thought they were a little bit more closely related than maybe what I'm seeing at first glance here. Because if you look at it, the leaves look exactly like mint leaves.
Yeah, they really
Like
do.
if
Wow.
you click on, you see that in people's front yards all the time, like that photo with that cat right there.
Yeah.
You'll see that in photos. You'll see it at Ace Hardware or whatever. Just like
Yeah, that does look just like a mint leaf. That's wild.
So I'm not exactly sure. I thought they were maybe related more than they actually are. Perhaps. But let's see here. Yeah, so I guess the way that they're related is that they're both Lamiaceae. So Lamiaceae is like the greater, like you have the species which are like salvia or like I should be a little bit more. So you have salvia is the largest genus in the sage family, which is Lamiaceae. So there's the sage family. So you have all the different types of sages, right? Usually when people are, so here's a big one that I think that especially people, I guess where we come from, when people are saying, oh, you have to burn some sage, they're talking about this family. They're not talking about sagebrush.
Yeah.
Sagebrush it's not actually in the sage family. It's not a sage at all. It's just the common name for it is sagebrush. But there's like the sage family is like, the Latin form of it or whatever. And they all look like they all have that mint leaf look. All the sage families. So that's why I get confused. Is because they all have these same like leaf structures.
Gotcha.
Like if you go to a salvia, or because that's what catnip is, right? It looks just like mints. It's all in the Lamiaceae family. And then we just look at all different types of salvias, I mean, they all see the same exact leaf structure. So they're very easily confusable.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you just kind of like, you go, oh, that's the leaf, and then you go, oh, those ones are a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like a weird. That's usually kind of what salvia looks like when you get at the grocery store or whatever.
What about this one? Same thing, yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
That's not like a fully grown one. Go to like the fully grown ones, like maybe like that one right there. Yeah, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But it has the same leaf structure, you know? Right?
Yeah.
And if you were to smell it
especially
too,
that one right
and if
there.
you were to smell it too, they all give off those beautiful smells. Which are also so those smells, right, are also like they're the glands, and they're the things that are actually probably herbicides, so they basically stop predation, so they stop bugs from biting them or animals from biting them. So that's why they produce these glands. It's a poison. It happens to be that the poison is strong enough to kill bugs, but weak enough to where when you ingest it as a giant human, it kind of messes with you in a certain way. And it's just wild how it actually makes you feel a certain way. It's wild how it makes cats feel a certain way.
Yeah,
but
it is pretty.
But if you were to try catnip, it doesn't really work on you.
That's what I've heard.
But the cats know it, man. The cats immediately go to the catnip and they sniff and they go.
Yeah, they can tell for sure. Yeah, like right away that it's gonna. It's gonna do something. Yeah.
Anyways. I love watching catnip videos of just cats going on catnip. Because they look like they're having a good time, and it seems like it is hedonistic, because it's like, yeah, they're obviously gizzing out, but like in a weird way, because it's a cat, you almost feel like there's no guilt involved, so you're just like, oh, it's just a good old time.
Yeah.
You know,
it's funny.
We're just getting the cat gizzed, you know.
Turtle User said, New Orleans Saints, huh? Yeah.
Oh, you're repping, dude?
Yeah, I'm repping.
Repping hard. It's training camp.
Hard.
Turtle User, I don't know if you're a big football fan, but yeah, football's getting into gear. I'm all into fantasy
5
football.
weeks left, dude.
Our fantasy football rookie drafts just happened. And so that was a big deal, man. Fantasy football rookie drafts. I'm a pretty hardcore fantasy footballer. So we had some rookie drafts, and it was a big deal. Where it's literally just like, you know, just like the rookie draft. We keep the same team year after year. And then we draft the rookies that come out every year. You know what I mean? That's our draft. Instead of most people, when they play fantasy football,
new team
they
every
just
year.
draft a new team every year.
Yeah.
The vast majority of fantasy footballers. But since I'm hardcore fantasy footballer, dude.
That's pretty sick.
Hardcore.
Turtle said my family's from NOLA.
Oh,
sick, yeah.
Oh,
I've got
awesome.
I've got some family from NOLA as well. I was actually down in NOLA recently.
Oh, really?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, schnips.
Yeah. It was a good time. Hung out on Bourbon Street. Got drunk. Stunk like piss.
I was going to ask all those things.
Yeah.
You read my mind. It's like you read my mind. I was going to say, did it smell like piss?
It did.
And did you get pissed?
I did.
Wow.
Both of those things were true, and that's about all you need to know about New Orleans. Turtle User said, I don't know if I want to do fantasy football this year. Yeah. I'm one of those people too. Like, I watch football pretty religiously, but I've never been like big into playing fantasy football.
It's kind of like a different thing, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's like a different thing, you know?
And he said I do something similar with fantasy baseball.
Oh, yeah, you play fantasy baseball? See, fantasy baseball is hardcore, man.
Yeah.
You have to be real hardcore, because fantasy baseball, those guys are playing every day, man. You have to be checking it every day. You have to be looking at it every single day.
My last name ends with X. I have some NOLA roots. Yeah, definitely. That's like those Creole last names. I was in Arkansas with this guy. Same thing. His family was from New Orleans. And his last name was Boudreaux. And it was like Bedreaux.
Oh.
Boudreaux. Yeah. Cajun for me. And then he said, holy shit. My brother. What? Is that your last name, Turtle? Did I nail it? Yeah, just like that. Exactly, yeah.
Boudreaux. Everyone down there named Boudreaux.
Yep.
What are you doing down there, Boudreaux?
Oh, he said that's his last name. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were saying. I thought that's why you were pointing in because he had said, holy shit, my brother.
I figured that's what he was like getting at, was that was his last name. Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, so I lived in Arkansas with a guy whose last name was spelt exactly the same. And he was also had family from New Orleans.
Makes sense.
Funny. Small world. Yeah, those X ending last names are
Cajuns?
very Cajun, Creole.
Curdle?
Yep.
Oh, we're going down there now, Curl.
You go get down there in that grill. Go give me a grill.
Man, I'll tell you though, some of that food is good. The Tony Kucharavas, dude. What's it called?
Tony Satcheries.
Is that what it is? Tony
Yeah.
Satcheries? I swear it's a C.
It is, yeah.
Tony Satcheries.
Tony Kucharavas.
That's how I read it. Man, that's some good stuff right
Tony.
there. I guess the secret's what? Paprika?
I don't know what's in it.
Yeah,
okay.
come on, Kakacheries.
No, it's Tony Satcheries, dude.
Kakacheries. Kakachre.
Tony Satcheries.
Kacheres. Look at. My name's Tony Kacheres.
My name's Tony Cackeries.
And basically,
I make Creole seasoning.
what is it? It's basically just seasonal
Creole,
salt,
dude.
but he added chili pepper, right? And sugar. Because that's what I'm big into the seasonings. I go and look at the back and just read the back and then read to kind of judge
I
more
think
or less.
Creole itself is like an ingredient or like a flavor.
I feel like that's what this shit is. I feel like Creole's just chili
Salt,
pepper.
red pepper, black pepper,
Yep.
chili powder, garlic, silicone dye. That doesn't matter.
That's just it makes it like stick.
Yeah. So salt, red pepper, black pepper, chili powder.
No, but look, it says chili pepper and spices. See,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of fuckery with the spices, but you can figure
Alright,
out
here's
what
a
the
better
spices
picture.
are. You can figure out the spices are, but then by then looking up Cajun spices,
Yeah.
and you can kind of
Yeah. So black pepper, so chili pepper, spices, salt, garlic powder, garlic. Yeah.
red pepper is just paprika. It's just bell pepper.
Gotcha.
And it's just red pepper. It's just red. It's just like seasoned salt. That's what seasoned salt is. Seasoned salt's just pepper, salt, and then red pepper. Pretty much, more or less.
Yeah.
Paprika's the secret though. But then, but they have some. What type in like what's Cajun spices? Type in Cajun spices. So let's figure out the secret to the fuck, dude. I'm not gonna lie, man. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. Old Bay is really good.
What
too.
is it they say? The jambalaya and the jumbo and like what are the gumbo?
Gumbo. Yeah.
Jambalaya, dude. I think I've had that before. I think.
There you go. Paprika, garlic powder, oregano, kosher salt, and onion powder.
I'm surprised he put two. Oh, that's a lot of oregano. I don't.
Thank you. Turtle said I have 2 extra things at Tony's. I put that shit on everything, and then he said it's pronounced Sasheries. Yeah.
Sasheries.
Yeah. I told you.
Kachakures.
Kachakures. Tony
Dude, I swear to
Kachakures.
God, dude, I was struggling. Click
Yeah.
on that. Click on the little
This-
those. Yeah, those are good. So see, they're putting a
Yeah.
lot of like. I feel like that's a little too much like oregano and thyme for what I'm tasting. But that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think it normally has that much.
But they're
oregano
the
time.
cayenne pepper though. That's the key.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think
what makes
Sasheries
it Cajun.
has everything like except the oregano and thyme and parsley. in there,
So here's the
probably.
key, right? Cayenne.
Mhm.
What is in many Latin languages? Cajun. How do we pronounce the J in Latin languages?
As a Y.
Yeah.
Cayenne.
So cayenne.
Yeah.
So the cayenne pepper is just Cajun pepper. So
Yeah.
what makes a Cajun sauce different than like a raisin or seasonal sauce? The cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
That's really, if you look at that, what's the difference between seasonal sauce and Cajun sauce? It's the cayenne pepper,
Yeah.
which is just Cajun pepper.
Yeah.
And
for
that's what
sure.
it is. It's the fucking spice, man.
And I guess the garlic too. Is there garlic in seasoned salt?
Not always.
Gotcha. In
You're
some
right.
of them, though. Yeah.
So that you're right. A Cajun
Garlic
in the
and-
Cajuns.
Well, and
they
also
add-
Cajuns are known for like garlic everything, dude.
Exactly.
Like, garlic butter pasta.
And that's seasonal salt is like usually we just keep the garlic out, and you can add garlic if you want to. But with the Cajun sauce, Cajun spice, it's like fuck it, you know. It's gonna be so there's gonna be so much spice in it already. It's like it doesn't hurt.
The cool thing with Cajun seasoning too is a lot of times like
it's good.
If you're cooking with like seasoning salt and stuff, like cooking a dish, you'd put like seasoning salt, and then like you said, like garlic powder, onion powder. You'd throw in some extra things. Like normally Cajun, like if you make something, like I make chicken all the time, like just put Cajun seasoning on it.
Yeah,
like just Tony Chachere's, because it has every fucking seasoning you could think of. Yeah, you just throw some Creole on there, dude, and
you
like
just want a little extra spice.
That's the thing. It is a bit spicy. You know what it's really good on, dude? That I put it on always.
Careful, man.
Fries.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Like if you make fries, like from scratch fries, obviously like frozen fries are gonna have
frozen fries too.
If they're not too salty, yeah.
Oh yeah, I usually like salt, pepper my. Because I just buy like the completely like unseasoned fries, and I just.
Then definitely put them on there. Like when I buy frozen fries, a lot of times I buy Arby's, like the Arby's frozen curly fries. Those are like salted and like.
Oh yeah, the curly fries are already
for sure
pre-seasoned.
But yeah, like when I make fries, same thing. Just throw some Tony Chachere's on there, dude. Chef's kiss. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of different meats you can add it.
Yep. Turtle said exactly. My family knows what's up. Yep.
I put it on. You could put it on seafood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fish. If you're just cooking up like frying up little.
Yep. Fried fish, fried chicken.
Jalapenos.
Yeah. Every time I make fried chicken, that's the only seasoning that goes on it. I'll like season the flour that you like dredge it in.
Oh.
So it's just flour and Tony Chachere's mixed up. Then eggs, chicken, or eggs, flour, fry it. It's quality seasoning, dude.
It's interesting. A lot of people are saying add your thyme and oregano.
Yeah. Yeah, basically every one of these like home recipes says oregano.
Which I get it, but they're like, and I don't mind it. Like I actually like oregano.
I like oregano.
Thyme is aggressive, right? So you got to be careful with your. You got to be careful with your thyme, but.
Yeah, I like oregano and thyme though.
No, I actually I'm a big fan of oregano. I'm interested that there's no parsley. So I'm a huge parsley guy.
Some of these said parsley.
I'm not seeing as many parsleys though.
Yeah, there's not as many, but some of them definitely did say. I saw some of them that said parsley.
That one says white pepper. Like
there you go.
Shit. Dried parsley. Yeah, parsley's good. Oh man, I love parsley.
Yeah, I don't mind parsley.
It's very subtle, and you can really use a lot of it, and it's so good.
Yeah.
It just adds a little bit.
Yeah, oregano is one of those things. I love oregano. You know who doesn't like oregano very much is Julia.
Oregano.
Even though she's Italian, you'd think that she would like oregano is like an Italian seasoning.
Yeah, it's one of the main Italian seasonings, I suppose.
She doesn't like it. Oregano, parsley.
In terms of like they like to use it a little bit more than other people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean you gotta use it. It's a powerful spice, so you gotta use it kind of sparingly, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say like it just in my personal taste, every single one of these times, like when they have like their ratios, I would cut the oregano and parsley in half.
For sure. I could agree with that.
But yeah, so that's the secret, man. That's the secret. You know what I've been really craving lately is, have you ever had cioppino?
What is it?
Cioppino. It's
No.
like a seafood dish.
Mm-mm.
It's like a seafood. I don't know if I guess you'd call it a soup. I think it's a soup. Do you like soups? Maybe I should get into soups.
I'm not a big soup guy. I'm not a big soup guy
either, but I'm starting to think maybe I should be more into soups. Because soups are easy to make, and if you can make them really good, they can be really good. Like that's the thing is I think that we just haven't had a lot of opportunities to have good soups.
I've had some decent soups. I feel like a soup isn't like it's not like sustenance enough for me. Like it requires like a lot of like effort to eat. Like I gotta like eat it with a spoon, and like not a big fan of the broth. Like I don't know, I just want the stuff that's in the soup, and it just like I get this giant bowl full of soup, and there's like 3 pieces of chicken and a potato in it. I'm like, wow, cool. It's like I would need like 9 times that food to get the sustenance that I want, but I don't want the broth.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like one of those same things like why I don't like chili with beans in it. Like I just want to get to like the point, you know? I won't like my freaking staples.
Beans can be a staple, man.
They
Beans
can,
are-
yeah. I'll throw
are a
beans.
staple
I'll
to
throw
chili.
beans on some stuff, but not in a chili. Turtle said crawfish etouffee is the best. Yeah, I had some crawfish etouffee while I was down in
What is that?
it's like a it's like a pasta with I mean, I guess kind of a pasta. It's like crawfish and they make like a broth out of the Turtle said exactly no beans and chili. Yeah, my man.
What the hell?
Yeah, boy. So yeah, this is crawfish etouffee. So it's like it's almost like a
All right.
like a curry kind of
Yeah.
ish in just the sense that it's like crawfish mixed with like a
You usually put it with rice?
yeah, it's served over rice, but it's got like a
Looks pretty fucking good.
like a stewy kind of like
Yeah.
broth like you can see in those pictures. Like
Ooh,
it's
good.
yeah, it's got like a broth that you make. I guess it's almost probably like a gravy technically. Like it's like made with like the stuff that's left in the pan still, like a gravy or a roux, and then served over rice. It's good.
That looks amazing.
So yeah, like a curry or a masala would be served.
I don't know if I've ever eaten crawfish before though, personally,
Crawfish is
but
good.
that does look really good.
Crawfish is good.
It
Do you like
reminds me
shrimp?
of like yeah.
Crawfish is very similar to shrimp.
All right.
Yeah,
I think I'd probably like it then.
because it's another shellfish. You know, I feel like all shellfish taste kind of like
Okay,
shellfishy.
more or less.
Crab, lobster.
Have you ever
shrimp.
had like Japanese yellow curry?
No.
Yeah, dude, it's the curry that I make. You know.
Oh
sometimes I
yeah,
make
it
that
smells super good.
curry. That's kind of what that looks like. You know?
Yeah.
I know it doesn't taste any. It's probably tastes worlds different, obviously. But that's what it's reminding me of. I put
Yeah.
that on top of some rice. Oh, that's real good, man. I love curry.
For sure.
The other thing that's changed, like literally game changer, was yesterday I got these like Thai noodles, and so
Like sopa noodles.
I don't know what a sopa noodle is. What's a sopa noodle? I don't know what these. That's the thing, man. Is I need to figure out where to find noodles and what different types of noodles are noodles.
Like these.
Kind of, but those
Big,
are like
thick old noodles.
those are thick, much thicker than what I got. What I got were rice noodles.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah. They weren't sopa noodles. They were rice noodles. Those are for like fideo. Yeah, that's not fideo. It's not fideo. It was for like rice noodles, and it was like I made somewhat of a kind of like a pad thai dish, kind of, but without the. But it was more like the sauce that I made was more like a pad see ew, but it was more or less pad thai, the pad thai noodles, but with a pad see ew, and like oh man. It was a game changer, like a really thick. Basically, it's like I made it in my wok with like a stir fry, but like you make like a really thick soy sauce, and like with like a little oyster and like black soy. But I don't have black soy yet, but I'm gonna get black soy, and then oh man, and the key though is I added, and I didn't have cilantro, but I'm gonna do limes, and I had lime, but I didn't have cilantro because it was just like, I was like, what? People add cilantro and lime, but like just a little bit of lime.
Yeah.
And wow, dude, it changed the whole game.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, it changed the whole game, but it made a quick little Thai dish, man. And I've never made noodles with my wok before, always just fried rice. And I was like, oh, it's literally life changing.
Interesting. Yeah, these are the noodles I was talking about, not sopa noodles. Sorry, soba noodles. Japanese noodles.
Those look good though too.
Made from buckwheat flour and wheat flour, a slightly nutty and earthy taste, but they're still thick. They're still thick noodles. Like the picture, like yeah, that same picture that we clicked
Yeah.
on was a picture of soba noodles. I just googled the wrong thing. But normally you'd have like a Thai peanut chicken, like peanut sauce
Type
chicken.
in like a Thai rice noodle.
Turtle said crawfish is better than shrimp. Yeah, I completely agree.
Stir fry, I guess, more or less. Yeah, so it's like kind of all those things that they're showing. It's pretty much, see how they have the line?
Yeah.
It's like those dishes, you know. No, not
Yeah.
that like that. It's not. That's vermicelli. I had like the thicker noodles, like the one to your left or below, or the ones on the top. It's literally, yeah, those ones.
Hmm.
That's even
Looks
kind
good.
of thinner than what I had, but
Yeah, it looks really
it's
good.
that box right there, you know.
Which box? This box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like that. It's pretty much what my dish looked like, but without the cilantro, man. I would have loved the cilantro.
Yeah, cilantro on Thai
But it
food
was
is
good, and I put
really
a
good.
lot, and mine was darker than that because I just added that extra soy because I love that soy. I'm a soy boy.
Same, dude.
But I'm gonna get that black sauce, and you get the oyster sauce, but you get the black soy sauce, which is like an extra thick black sauce that you use just for a little bit of cooking. You just use just to add a little bit extra, and boom, it's gonna fuck up your life.
Turtle said soy life, my man. I see
Yeah,
you too are a
all
soy
those
boy.
dishes, dude. See, those are like the vermicelli. Like I'm not against that, but like just gonna mix my noodles in. But that's essentially what they look like if you don't mix them in. See, so that guy just like put that and then I imagine he's gonna mix it when afterwards, but because that's essentially what I did.
Yeah.
I made a stir fry, and then you boil the noodles, and then you just mix them in your bowl, or I mix them in the wok.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it looked like, dude. Oh, it was freaking life changing, man.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And it was it was so easy. It was actually easier to do than rice because
For sure.
noodles take 4 minutes to boil.
Yeah, that is nice. Turtle said brand new to Asian food, but I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even think there's anything to comment on it. Yeah, it's one of the best foods ever.
yeah, nice. In a pinch.
Yeah.
Mexican food, Chinese food.
Yep, Mexican food and Chinese food.
They're both really.
They're staples in my life, and both some of my favorites.
Yeah.
But you can't beat the Italian classic, dude. Pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
The,
I
the
love
classic of the Italianos.
Pizza might be my best.
BRB, gonna grab some water? Yeah, go for it, man.
Pizza might be my favorite food as well.
Agreed. Yeah.
I love pizza. I love ice cream. I love pizza and ice cream. I love cereal. I love sushi.
Yeah.
I think those things are the key. The keys.
Yeah, I like
And
sushi
you
a
know,
lot
that's
too.
the other thing I'm gonna learn. So I know how to make fried rice. And in my walk, you know, and I was like, I need to get noodles. So I'm gonna start getting noodles down. I just made my first noodles, and I feel a little less intimidated because I was intimidated to make like a noodle dish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's pretty easy, and I made it my little walk, and it was pretty simple, and I made a bunch of it, and I was like, wow, this goes a long ways too. I was surprised. Like noodles go a long way.
Yeah, they do. And like I said, I'll make like a Thai peanut chicken over noodles pretty frequently. But I haven't done it with like fancy noodles. Huh? My camera mount. Yeah, it's fucked. I need a new one. It's got salt water stuck in it.
Oh no, salt water.
Huh? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look that you could see the Thai chili peppers too.
Oh yeah. Thai chilies are good
And
too.
they're little pieces of
But yeah,
garlic. Oh,
watch
those are
some.
probably little pieces of peanuts.
Thai peanut chicken. So this is like
You like the peanut stuff.
I
Thai,
love
dude.
peanut
Go
sauce,
for the
dude.
peanuts.
Can't even find like Thai peanut
Is there like a good
sauce
little
noodles.
Thai peanut sauce mix that you can get?
No, I just make it. It's super easy.
Why? You have to make it?
I'm sure you
It's
could
easy
get
to
it.
make?
Yeah.
Just use peanut butter?
Peanut butter and soy sauce is basically all it is.
Oh,
Peanut butter, soy sauce, garlic,
garlic. Okay.
and honey.
Yes.
and some
maybe
sriracha.
Sesame, maybe some sesame
There
oil
is sesame
too.
oil in there. Yeah. Yep. You're right. But it's super good. But like it's compared to these
Oh,
dishes.
See, that's the thing is the pickled, like, I wish I had the pickled, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Pickled onion or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's
It's like
hard to
onion and
get.
cabbage and stuff.
Pickled cabbage.
But it's funny because like compared to like what these pictures, so mine looks almost more like that.
Yeah.
I make
that's
my
what you wanna go
sauce
for, though.
thick.
Yeah, that's what you want to go.
And so like that's the thing, like all these like are like pretty like dry looking, you know? Like
Vegan too.
yep. And so I'll take mine and make it freaking with some thick sauce, and it's phenomenal. Turtle User said, "What's the camera angle count now?" 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 currently.
Yeah, that's a move right there.
Multiple different scenes, but with 4
Peanuts,
angles.
Your peanuts. Try
So we've
lime on
got
it, dude. I'm telling you, try lime on it. It works with Thai fish.
Julia puts lime on hers. We got 1, 2, 3, and then that's the 4th, but it's off right now. It's the camera that goes for the dog.
So here's the thing that I'm not
Scream
understanding.
more than me.
Here's the thing that I'm not understanding why I can't do this yet, right? Honestly, my favorite sushi, like I love all the rolls and stuff, but honestly, my favorite sushi is just what it was called, like
Nigiri.
the nigiri.
Yep.
And that's just sticky rice with a piece of like, and I like seared tuna on top,
Yeah.
right? And so like I understand that tuna that you get at a sushi restaurant is flash frozen, so I need to find
Correct.
flash frozen tuna. But like other than that, what's stopping me from just making some sticky rice and putting a little thin fillet of
Nothing.
thin tuna, dude? Like I want to start doing that.
Yeah.
And just
You
start
totally could.
screw like all you can eat sushi for because they're starting to up their prices even more, and it's like I'm just gonna dip my little soy sauce at home.
Yeah, you totally could. What I
Buy
did
some
one time.
wasabi, you have to buy wasabi.
Yeah, what I did one time. So I used to have a coworker when I worked at Verizon, this Filipino guy, and big into like bodybuilding. And he was a dietitian, and he would make salmon sashimi at home. But what he would do instead of finding places that did like sold flash frozen salmon, what he would do is, you know how you cook ceviche?
Yeah.
So you would basically do the same thing with his salmon as he did with ceviche. So he would take his salmon, he'd put it in a Ziploc bag, and then would add a bunch of lemon juice and then soy sauce. Just let it sit for 24 hours.
Right.
So all the citric acid is going to kill like a majority of the bacteria. And then he would just take that, and it's already been marinating in like lemon and soy sauce, which is what you would have like salmon sashimi with, or nigiri. And then he would just take it and eat it on rice. And so one day I was like, you know what? Yeah.
Something.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And I bought an entire, like a half a salmon, put it in that bag, made it up. I threw like, I think I threw like some cilantro in there and like maybe like a serrano or something to like spice it up a little bit. And ate the entire like half a salmon belly, just prepped up like that. And it was really good, and it didn't make me sick. So obviously like something worked, or I got lucky. I don't know, but I ate it across like multiple days, and it was good. And same thing, I thought like, damn, like what's stopping me from just like doing that?
Yeah.
You know? It was solid.
I mean, I know you have to go to, like, I don't think you could just go to the regular store and get that type of like raw and like you know, like can you get that at a regular store?
That's what I did. I went to like Safeway.
No, but the store that like the type of sushi that's just like that's already flash frozen for you.
Oh, I don't think you could get it at a regular store, but
You
I
have
think
to
you
go
can
to,
get it at like
like,
Whole Foods.
Asian restaurant or a Whole Foods, you think?
I think I've heard that you can get that you can get like certain fish that's been flash frozen, like sushi ready fish at Whole Foods.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean, obviously everything at Whole Foods.
Because I'm thinking though, like if I just get a little bit of tuna, just one thing of tuna, you know, how much is that? It's gonna feed me for the whole night.
Well, I mean, if you're talking
I cut up
seared tuna, also, you don't even really need it to be that flash frozen tuna. Like,
I think they still do. That's all their tuna's like flash frozen at a sushi.
at a sushi restaurant,
you're
yeah,
just
but
searing
I think you
You're
can
just
go to a
searing it.
restaurant and like, I'm
not
pretty
really
sure it's like
cooking it.
beef where it can be eaten at like,
But like seared tuna, what I mean by seared tuna,
it's the outside is just seared.
It's barely even that.
Gotcha.
It's different than like, because usually when you're searing tuna to eat, like you eat it rare. You eat it very
For sure.
rare, where the inside's still like completely pink.
Yeah.
And it's raw on the inside.
But I thought tuna was like beef in the sense that you
in,
could
like,
eat
nigiri,
it blue rare.
Type in nigiri. No, they like flash freeze it. I mean, you pretty much can, but they do flash freeze it. You're supposed to flash freeze it.
Gotcha.
Or you can just put it in your I think actually you can just put it in your freezer.
Needs to reach a certain temperature, but yeah, you're right.
So see, that's
Yeah,
what I
like
mean by
that.
seared tuna.
Yeah.
It's not I mean, it's kind of seared, but like,
that.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of the time they do that. They do it
So
with a
that's the
torch.
It's literally
Yeah.
exactly.
But see, like that's still seared tuna.
Yes.
And that's like the equivalent of like
That's
a
a
blue
little
rare
bit
steak.
more though. That's not nigiri though.
No, that's sashimi. Kind of, in a sense. But that's for some reason I thought tuna was one of the ones that was like beef, where you could eat it like blue rare essentially.
Yeah, you can. You can eat it rarer than that, but this is raw. This is pretty much raw.
Gotcha.
That I mean that.
Oh yeah, and I get
once again,
yeah,
that's a
I
little bit
get
more
that
seared.
it's
But
I
when
get that it's raw.
What I'm talking
but
about is like, see that tuna nigiri?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I eat.
For sure.
So
'Cause
like,
I eat salmon
in,
nigiri.
I think I looked into it, and they're like, you can't just eat this type of stuff at the grocery store. Like, and maybe you just have to freeze it overnight, and that's all you have to do. And then you can unthaw it the next day.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all you have to do. Because obviously you don't have to flash freeze it. It just has to be frozen.
It has to be frozen to a certain temperature.
So maybe that's the move. I gotta look into this later on. I'm gonna look into this later on. But what's gonna stop me from? I mean, God, dude, like look at that. Look how small. I just need a small amount of tuna. Yeah, sushi grade fish. That's what you need.
Yeah. Sushi grade fish is caught quickly, bled upon capture, gutted soon after, and iced thoroughly. Known parasitic fish such as salmon should be frozen at 0 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 days or flash frozen at 35 degrees for 15 hours. So like I said, I think tuna is one of those ones that does not need to follow those same rules. It's only for parasitic fish.
No, I think tuna is in that too, but I think salmon's like worse than tuna.
Yeah, salmon's like one of like the ones that's like very.
But you have
very,
to do this
like,
with tuna as well. I
Gotcha.
looked into it, but like, yeah, it looks like you can freeze it for a week, and then you're good to go or something like that. So I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna look into this more. I'm gonna look into this. Because I mean, like, how cool would that be if I made us a bunch of sushi, dude?
Yeah.
Like the rolling might be a little tough. Like hopefully you like nigiri, but like
I do, yeah.
I would be awesome to get into rolling too. I know that's gonna be a lot harder, and the rolls probably aren't gonna be good. They're probably gonna be hand rolls, and they're probably gonna be small hand rolls because I'm not a big fan of those giant, obnoxiously thick hand rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
I love yellowtail too.
Yeah, I love yellowtail.
Yellowtail's phenomenal.
I like salmon as well, but I like yellowtail. I like tuna and yellowtail, and then salmon.
See, my two are salmon and yellowtail. Turtle said tons of tuna here in the Gulf. And said rolling with a thumbs up. Yeah, speaking of Turtle, I totally forgot. You were talking about hopping in the Discord. If you still want to, yeah, you're more than welcome to. You can get in on this fish conversation. Yeah, I'm trying to find like what the bad ones are.
Freezing fish at -4 below for 7 days.
Yeah.
Seems like that seems totally doable. So I can just buy fish and then I can just do that.
Yeah.
There's something, go back to that said there's no such thing as sushi grade fish.
Yeah. It's basically what it's saying. Like when people claim that things are sushi grade, it just means that they've been flash frozen. It means that they're safe to consume raw.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I was assuming that was what that article was saying. But
Turtle said, I'm here in the waiting room. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in Turtle User. See what he has to say. Yo, Turtle. You're on with the dudes.
What's up?
What's going on, man? How's life been?
Oh, it's been okay. Yeah, I mean, life is life, kind of just going along with it right now. So,
Yeah, that's about all you can ask for, right?
yeah, I mean, at least it's not something to complain about, you know?
That's true. That's a great mentality to have.
Oh, yeah.
How was your Wednesday?
Oh, let's see. I woke up at like 2 p.m. but it was a decent Wednesday. I got to play some games, do some things. We ordered some pizza. Pizza's great.
Yeah.
So,
Where'd you get pizza from?
I don't.
Is it like a local spot?
It's not local because I know it's back home. So I don't know where. Do you guys have a Marco's?
Marco's?
Yeah, it's not very fancy at all.
Have you heard of it, Austin?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I
It may
haven't-
not be
I
out
haven't heard of it.
west. Probably one of the eastern types, but
I feel like pizza
Um,
chains are very regional.
Yeah, for sure.
oh yeah.
Other than like Pizza Hut and Domino's, there isn't really a lot of. I've definitely
Yeah.
seen the logo.
Oh, we've got them
of a
in.
Marco's
No, we've got them in
before.
Folsom and Rockland, and West Side. So yeah, they're in the area.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we've got them
Yeah.
close, but not too close.
Yeah. My
Close-ish.
roommate is very picky on food, like very, very picky. I've known him since I was a freshman in high school. But he's always been picky, like so picky, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I met him, he would only eat breadsticks, and
Would he use condiments, like ranch or
No.
marinara
no,
sauce?
Actually, he would have the butter dip, like that.
Okay.
like butter dip. But he would only really eat breadsticks, right? Now he eats a little bit more, like he eats some pizza and stuff, but like, let's see here. So he was ordering it, so I'm like, okay, go ahead. And he was at my house for 4th of July, like my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad ordered a cheese pizza from Marco's back home in Tampa. And what ended up happening was my roommate took a bite and he was like, "This is the best pizza I've ever had." And I was
Interesting.
laughing. I'm like, "You're kidding me. This is Marco's you're talking about." I'm like, "How is this the best pizza you ever had?" That's what I was telling him. And
That's
he's like,
hilarious.
"I just like it." He likes Italian style cheese pizza from Marco's.
To each
So,
their own. Yeah.
What is
Yeah, that's
Italian
what-
style?
Not. I don't know. It's not like true New York pizza.
I was gonna say Italian's
Um,
closer to New York style, like Sicilian pizza.
Yeah, it's not true New York style. It's more like in between, like regular, like that puffy crust, like the thicker crust,
Yeah.
and New York. It's like it's kind of in between, if that makes sense. But yeah. Anyways, he ordered it. He's like, "If I order pizza, will you go get it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get pizza. I'm hungry."
Wanna move?
So
Wait, just type in Marco's pizza so I can see what Marco's pizza looks like.
Yeah, I wore it out. I was just looking up Sicilian pizza. This is like what Sicilian pizza looks like.
I like it when they cut it in squares like that.
I hate that shit.
actually, we
I like
ordered
all that
2
pizza.
pizzas today. We ordered their very like super ultra thin crust, and we ordered like what I would consider closer to New York.
That looks like it's gonna taste like Little Caesars.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It looks exactly like Little
That
Caesars.
does not look like a Little Caesars
That looks
pizza.
just like Little Caesars pizza.
Are you looking up a Marco's or are
Yeah.
you looking up a? Oh yeah, so at Marco's isn't really that good.
It
It's
still
not.
looks better
It's
than Little Caesars.
No, it
It's
looks it
better
looks
than
like
Little Caesars.
Have you ever seen a
You
Little
guys like
Caesars pizza,
Domino's?
Austin? No, I hate Domino's.
Unfortunately, I'm all too
Okay.
familiar.
So my
I'm
dad
too
thinks
familiar with
Domino's.
both.
My dad thinks Domino's is like the worst pizza on earth.
It is kind of.
I think it's the second
And-
worst.
And my dad will eat Marco's, so like it can't be that bad, but like he won't eat Domino's, like it's not
That's
Domino's.
not-
It's still better than Domino's.
Gotcha.
Go to. That's kind of what it looks
That's
like.
exactly what it looks like, bro.
Yeah. So like, look at how. But obviously, that's like a cutout or whatever.
It
but
looks
like,
like a Domino's
Trust
look
me.
at how the
pizza.
bread looks. No, Domino's looks a little bit different. Domino's.
Trust me,
Look at
it's
how
at
much
least
better
better
this crust is.
quality.
That's not. Go to like what the other ones look like. Go to an actual one. Go to like one of their
This,
advertisements.
this is like on Yelp.
Yeah. See.
Yeah,
see
that's
how,
what
like,
you'll get.
Bro, that
You
looks
get what's on
way
Yelp.
The
different.
crust looks super similar, bro.
Bro, look at a Domino's pizza, bro.
Domino's pizza has
Okay,
all
so
that
here's what you're
shit
not
on it,
getting.
where your
Here's what you're
fingers
not
get all
getting,
stuck
okay?
I
in
hate
them.
that.
So Marco's pizza at least has better quality ingredients. So like it doesn't taste like a Domino's pizza. It doesn't taste like a Little Caesars pizza.
That's good at
It
least.
may look like it. It may look like it, but it tastes better in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll believe you with
Yeah.
that.
Because I fucking hate Domino's.
Take your word for it.
Yeah.
You want to see what a
it's
Pizza
definitely
Factory
better.
pizza looks like?
Oh,
Oh
That's-
sure.
it's like a West Coast.
We don't have one. I don't think we have
franchise.
one.
Yeah,
We might have
it's
one
West
here.
Coast. So that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like this is like on like their website,
They're
but this
not-
is exactly what a Pizza
They're not
Factory
lying
pizza
about
Hold
looks
on,
that.
I'm
That's how much
looking it up right
pepperoni
now.
they put.
like. Yeah, it's so.
What?
This
There's
is
like no cheese showing.
yeah. So
That's real.
this is funny too because this actually doesn't like show the level of grease that's on the pizza. That's the only thing that doesn't come across. Like yeah, all those pepperonis, that's totally real.
All right, let me
That's
get you guys
what they
on
do.
my left
Now,
monitor.
that's not always going to be the case. Like, you could definitely say, like,
Yeah.
that's just if you're getting a pepperoni pizza at Pizza Factory, you kind of know what you're getting. So you can say, like, can I get a pepperoni pizza with with less pepperoni? And they're like, oh, okay, we get it. Or you can ask for like a pepperoni pizza, the pineapple one, or you can ask for
Yeah.
the combo, and you're not going to get as much pepperoni. But when there's something about that Pizza Factory pepperoni. When you ask for a Pizza
Mhm.
Factory pepperoni, you're going to get a lot of freaking they're going to pep it up, and you're going to get puddles of grease. Oh, it's
Dang.
so
You know what I do enjoy?
Sounds good though.
Oh, I
Hidden
missed-
pizza in the El
I missed
Dorado, bro.
Rip. R.I.P.
It's still technically open. That's the weird thing, dude. The building is still there, and last time I was there, they were like, "Yeah, we're open one day a week." They're open like Friday
Dang.
nights.
Well,
But yeah, this is a hidden pizza, freaking pizza. Look at that slice, dude.
super greasy.
Super greasy, big
Dang.
slice.
When you're always, that's a hangover.
Oh,
Or where
yeah,
you're drunk.
drunk,
When you're
yeah.
drunk out of your mind spot. Like
Yeah.
at the end
But
of
that's a freaking.
Yeah.
in the
That's
middle
a
of the casino.
true classic New York style pizza. It's like the crust is like,
Yep.
I mean, it can't be any thicker than freaking this goddamn paper towel right here. Crust is
Hidden
just as thin
pizza
as it gets.
hairstyles.
Well, the joint is owned by some Italians, so you'd imagine
Yeah.
that they'd be like, when I get pissed drunk, I need a good spot to eat some
I
my
need a good
Italian
pie.
pizza food. They know what their pies.
And their logo too, dude. Come on. How you gonna beat that? Looks like a slice of goddamn pizza.
Yeah. That's a genius logo.
It's a super genius logo compared to fucking Domino's, dude. What does Domino's logo have to do with fucking pizza?
Did you realize that they switched?
that.
They used to be Domino's Pizza, now they're just Domino's.
Yeah.
Because
They used to
they're-
be Dominic's. Dominic's.
Oh, really?
I looked up the story behind Domino's Pizza
That would make a lot more
and
sense.
Pizza Hut.
Dominic's
And
makes a lot more
Domino's
sense.
used to be Dominic's. So.
Interesting.
So why would they switch to Domino's and then go with this whole Domino's thing?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I was either walking away from TV. It's a series called Food That Built America.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu if you want to watch it. It's actually pretty nice. This is like the second episode is the one about pizza, or the third episode. And like it was crazy. Like Domino's and
Yeah, right
Pizza
there.
Hut were going at each other's throat.
Domino's Pizza restaurant began in 1960 with just one location. Back then, Domino's was called Dominic's. And two brothers named, whatever this is. Why is this so small?
Yep. And
so it was
one of the
Dominic's for
brothers
5
left.
years.
One of the brothers could have been like a super cajillionaire, but he left the business. Guess what he gave him as he left the business? A broken down like Fiat or something.
Nice.
And that's what he got for that's what he
Payment
got
for his part of the
as his
company?
gift. Yeah, for his part of the company.
That's wild.
And now he could have millions upon millions of dollars.
So it says one day an employee named Jim Kennedy returned from a delivery and suggested the name Domino's.
What the?
That's
I
cool.
mean, I don't know. I think that was just like, it makes no sense. And now they're like having big issues because they're like, they wanted to be named their Domino's Pizza because they're like, well, why can't we just name it Domino's? And they're like, because then they won't know we sell pizza. So then they named it Domino's Pizza. But then they felt like, oh, if we name it Domino's Pizza, then people won't eat our pastas or they won't eat our salads
Yeah.
because they think that we're only a pizza company. So they've since changed it like a couple years ago to just Domino's again. But now it's like Domino's. That makes it doesn't. You have no idea what that thing sells. Unless
Yeah.
you already know that they sell pizzas. You know what I mean?
I mean, who doesn't though, right? It's like one of those ubiquitous things now.
Kind of true, but there's like a big thing in terms of like, all those marketers, they have good points about like how, your brand needs to be, like a good brand.
I think so too, until it reaches that like ubiquitous level where nobody doesn't know what Domino's is.
True, but
It's
I mean,
crazy. Like, you can go to a lot of people in the U.S. What's Domino's? What's the business Domino's?
Yeah.
You can
they're
even
gonna
phrase it
know.
like that. They're gonna talk about pizza. Most
Yeah,
of them, at least.
everybody's gonna know what Domino's is, and so I guess it becomes
Well,
redundant almost
what
to say
about when
Domino's
you go?
pizza.
What about when you go to like Korea or China?
Guaranteed they know what it is there too.
No.
Yeah,
There's
probably.
Domino's
They
pizza
they have
all over the
international-
world,
They
yeah.
have like, one of them. So I don't know if it was either a Pizza Hut or Domino's who had more.
That's what I'm saying.
One
is
had
that-
like, one had 4,000 locations, and one had like 2,500 locations or something like that.
Pizza
See,
Hut probably
Domino's
has
in
more.
Korea, dude.
But yeah, but what I'm saying is imagine both these places are coming into a spot, right? Like imagine both these places are coming into Korea or China.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Domino's or Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? Pizza Hut, the brand Pizza Hut's probably going to be a little bit better because people don't, oh, pizza, it's a Pizza America, It's simple.
Yeah.
There's an element to that. There's a reason why they changed their name from Domino's Pizza to Domino's. And if you go into it, like, I remember I read into it all. It was because they were trying to sell their pastas and
Yeah.
their calzones and stuff. And they felt that if it's just Domino's Pizza, that it limits their menu. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a reason they changed it. They're now technically known as Domino's now. They've took Domino's Pizza off like most of their stores. You can see it right there, like the different logos.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So there's something in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So it says Domino's Pizza Incorporated doing business as Domino's is a pizza
Okay.
restaurant chain.
All right, so Domino's has 18,848,000. So 18,848 restaurants
Mm-hmm.
worldwide in 2021.
Yeah.
Cow.
And let's see Pizza Hut. One of them was a little bit bigger.
I think
but
Pizza Hut
they
is
perform
Domino's.
worse.
I think
They
you'd be surprised.
No, Pizza Hut.
Yeah. I
Pizza Hut has 78,000.
Wow.
think,
92
Pizza Hut's
establishments.
a very large restaurant.
But
Wow.
they perform worse. They don't get the
Oh,
same
wow.
numbers as Domino's. Something like that.
Interesting.
And I
Like
think
per
it all
restaurant.
has to do with like how many businesses that the bigger brand business owns. So like hold on.
Like how much
You know how-
you
you know how, like,
franchise, how much each
Post-
franchiser makes. It's
Yeah,
probably-
yeah. No. You know how like Post, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, like they all own other businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was either Domino's. I think Domino's owns some businesses as well. It is something like that. That's how it all seems to be these days.
I was gonna see which one had more in Reno, but oddly enough, they both have 8.
Well, I'm not talking about store locations. I'm talking about other businesses.
No, I was just talking because you said that Pizza Hut has 78,000
Yeah, I believe Pizza Hut's
locations and
part of
Domino's
it.
has 18 or
I
whatever.
believe that Pizza Hut's Pizza Hut is a part of a very large food conglomeration. I do believe. Like
Yeah, hold on.
they're we're in this new world of huge mergers and stuff. And I believe that Pizza Hut performs very well, like in other countries. as
Parent
well.
organization is Yum Brands. Yeah. Yum owns.
Yeah, so
Pepsi, I'm
Nestle-
sure, like
Nestle owns the most right
yeah,
now
KFC. Talk about
food.
Habit Burger. Wow.
in food. There. Let's see here.
Yeah. So KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and Habit Burger. Wow.
So I'm gonna put this in your Discord. Is
Yeah.
it okay if I put a picture in your Discord?
Yeah.
Which one, general? Or...
Whatever.
yes,
Yeah.
general.
Okay, let me copy this. All right, so if you look, I put 2 in there. There we go. There's one. What's going on? All right. So if you look at
I
that,
saw this picture the other day, actually.
this is crazy. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a good
a
one.
lot of people think Coca-Cola is giant, right?
Yeah,
But when you look at how many businesses PepsiCo owns
for sure. Yeah.
versus Coca-Cola, and I'm not talking about just the drink, I'm talking about the
Well, I mean,
actual
look at
like
Nestle.
brand, you know, like of everything.
Yeah.
I know Nestle's giant.
Yeah, and this is kind of old
Nestle's
as
a
well.
giant.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot
It
of
is, I
mergers. I think this is pre-Trump. So I think post-Trump, it got wild with the mergers in terms of the food. Because there's these people like me who are all like, hey, dude, the grain industry. And like, oh, look at all their like 3 companies own all the grains. Like, it's like Kellogg and Nestle have gotten so much bigger since as well. And it's just crazy because like you're showing us here, like there's like only a like if you look at all those different companies, like all those companies are most of the food that we eat every day. Most of us, those companies are owned by it. So like look at it. You could, if you're trying to say, oh, so what you're trying to tell me is that all the people who own all the food can just all of them, all the owners can just sit at the same table and just like conspire. And it's like, well, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean that's not a very big table.
Yeah.
They actually can.
It's like, that's like the one thing that always cracks me up too is like a lot of people say like they'll go to the grocery store and be like, oh, you know, like I like Lay's or I like Ruffles, and like I like supporting Lay's business because they're my favorite chip instead of Ruffles.
Where's
But
Lay's on here, man?
They're both owned by PepsiCo, Lay's and Ruffles in the first box. So a lot of people think that like Lay's and Ruffles are competing chips, but like in reality, PepsiCo basically owns all of the chips. They own Lay's, Doritos, Fritos, Sun Chips, Ruffles, Cheetos, Rolled Gold pretzels. Like,
Yeah. The pretzels are what got me. Like, what?
Yeah.
Pretzels?
yeah, then like same thing with the cereals. Like everybody thinks that these like different like brands of cereal are all like competing with each other. Like
they're mostly
Trix and
Kellogg
Fruit Loops.
and
Yeah,
Post.
they're all Kellogg's and General Mills.
Yeah,
Yeah, General Mills owns quite a bit too.
I'm guessing Post was sold to General Mills then. So that.
Probably because General Mills is Cheerios, Chex, Trix.
I know how to tell.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cornflakes. Look for cornflakes. You can get it bigger on your screen. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can do that.
Let's see. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Open original. There we go. Okay, let's see here.
PepsiCo owns Quaker too. Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, it's just crazy, like how big the industry is. Food, you know.
Yeah.
They're going over
Kraft
it
got bought
in
too.
the
It looks
show.
like. So this says Mondelez Foods, formerly Kraft.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Whoa. Maybe they just rebranded.
Maybe they own a
Sometimes
lot
they
of
do
shit
that.
too, though.
Yeah.
Why would they like rebrand to like a Spanish brand? Mondelez International?
I
I
think
don't
it's
know,
like
but, like-
European, maybe even.
No, okay.
You know the Chevy Nova?
Maybe it's Mexican.
What is it, Turtle?
The Chevy Nova. I think.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Chevy. And they launched that in Mexico, and like nobody would buy it because in Spanish apparently it means no go. Like
Yeah.
so, like maybe they
does,
did
yeah.
it like maybe they have a majority of like consumers in like Spanish speaking countries. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, it just
wild.
opens your eyes.
For sure, yeah. Like how few companies own basically everything.
Yeah, it's not a monopoly.
Yeah. It's rigged from the start, kid. You never had a shot. I don't know.
And then like
I don't know if small time businesses really have. Like, I don't know if small time businesses can compete with people like this.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
they
so. either.
can't. They just can't.
It blows my mind that the same company that owns Pizza Hut also owns Taco Bell. That one blows my mind.
Yeah. What is that? Let's see here.
Yum Foods,
that?
it says.
Oh, okay.
And I think the way it works is that I think that they just own the real estate or something like that. Like look at what Yum actually is, because I think they just own like
Has over 54,000 restaurants.
see I could be wrong, but I think the way that is they like own the real estate for those restaurants. I'm not exactly sure how it works.
That's how franchising works.
Yeah, so I think they're just like a
McDonald's.
franchisor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they don't
They
actually
rent out-
own like the KFC, or they don't actually own. I think those companies are actually owned by like PepsiCo.
Well, McDonald's owns McDonald's, but like they also rent out their buildings. And they say, hey, you can sell our stuff for us and you can make money from our business from selling stuff here, but you have to pay the rent for this building because we built the building or something like that. But like in the long run, that's how franchising works. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm glad you guys like Tony Chachere's.
Yeah, Tony Chachere's is the shit, dude.
Yup. Seriously though, like crawfish étouffée.
Yup.
My grandmother made that for us for Thanksgiving or something like that. It's so
Yeah.
good.
What a great choice. Especially for a Thanksgiving meal. What a great choice.
Yeah. My grandmother and grandfather grew up in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So,
My dad's entire family's from Louisiana.
you might have an X at the end of your name too.
What was that?
You might have an X at the end of your name too. Or
Maybe,
something
yeah.
close to it. Something close to it. But yeah, I mean, apparently in Louisiana, like, there's a million Boudreaux everywhere. And like, I was told, like, your neighbor could be a Boudreaux. And I'm like, what? Because here in Florida, there's so little Boudreaux names
Yeah.
that it's insane. Like, people don't even know how to pronounce my last name.
Yeah,
They'll
a lot of
say-
people don't know how to pronounce that.
They'll
Bodrox?
say like Boudreaux or Bordeaux. The closest they'll get is Bordeaux because of the wine, but like in the city or the place, you know, but like that's it. That's it.
Yeah, and I mean Bordeaux comes from the same thing though, like the French
Yeah.
influence on Cajun and Creole.
Yep. And we also use a lot of lamb parents. That's just what we call it. We don't say Worcestershire sauce most of the time. Even though, but if we have to pronounce it, we'll say Worcestershire, right? But we almost always say lamb parents, you know.
What is it?
Worcestershire, you know, like, or some people say like
I know what Worcestershire is. Yeah, what were you saying though? Liam what?
no, Leah, like Lea,
Mm-hmm.
and parents, someone I don't know.
Leah and Perrins Incorporated. Oh yeah, they make Worcestershire sauce. What the fuck?
That's what we use. And
like I've seen that
Tabasco.
I've seen that bottle before, but I've never heard anybody call it Leah and Perrins instead of Worcestershire sauce.
That's what we say. And we use a lot of Tabasco.
Yeah, of
I mean,
course.
From Louisiana.
We
you know?
keep stock Tabasco in the house.
I love
Always.
Tabasco.
Same.
But what's funny is someone got my grandfather a while ago, like a different flavor, like a kit of Tabasco,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still using it because Tabasco's so strong. You know, you only need to put like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he has all the different flavors. So cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I keep the original Tabasco and then the Chipotle Tabasco normally in the house. Green Tabasco's all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
But,
Green Tabasco.
yeah.
I never tried that one. I don't even remember which ones I tried. But I mean, obviously, I've tried the original, but
The green one's pretty mild.
yeah. So, have you been to any crawfish boils?
I have been to one.
Okay. My family has one every year.
That's sick.
Every single year. But I haven't been to the last few. One was because, I mean, the COVID
Yeah.
and everything. I don't know if you guys care if I talk about that, so I just like kind of hesitant on that. But that was because because of that. So the first what was that, 2020? Yeah, so on
Yep.
that 2021 we couldn't make it because I think we were doing something, we were going somewhere. And this year it just so happened to be that I was at school at college, so missed it again. But it is so good. It is so good, so good. And Austin, seriously, man, I know you've never had crawfish, or at least that's something like that you said earlier.
Yep.
I want you to be that new person that sucks out the brains.
The head, yep.
Oh,
Sucking the
Yeah,
head,
that's
dude.
that's apparently one of I never really do that.
I don't either.
Oh.
But it's apparently the best tasting.
That's
part,
what people say.
But
My dad and sister
Yeah.
both do it.
Wow.
Too brave for me.
It's just so funny. You can sit you probably hold on, look up crawfish boiled. I want you to show Austin. Hold on.
I've seen
Just
people
the whole-
do that before. It's wild.
the
man.
whole
I'm just
table is-
imagining.
Yeah, it's so sick.
The whole table is completely
Yeah.
full with crawfish.
Damn.
They just dump crawfish on the table.
Yep.
Damn.
Like the fourth picture I'm looking at, that's kind of maybe the second, third. Yeah, that no. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at too. Yeah.
What are people drinking there with that?
Whatever you want, dude. Beer,
Yeah, man.
soda.
I feel like root beer would
Kids
go
drink
good
soda?
with it.
Yeah, well, yeah, root beer, some cream soda.
Cold root beer.
Yeah.
I'm more of a cream soda guy than a root beer
Cold
guy.
creamy root beer. Cold cream root beer.
Yep.
There's a guy on YouTube
root beer
that does
flan.
like crawfish boil videos all the time, and they're super funny to watch.
Oh yeah. My I call him my uncle, but he's really my dad's uncle.
Mhm.
This is my grandfather's youngest brother, and he's like just not that much older than my dad. And he knows how to do everything, like the purging and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And every year it seems like you just buy more crawfish. We just have more and more,
Hell yeah.
They're just so good.
I want to
gotta
try
love it.
gumbo.
Gumbo's super good too. My dad makes some really
Gumbo's-
good gumbo.
Oh wait, you saw the king cake?
What's
Is that
up?
what that was up there? King cake? They call it like king cake, I
Mardi
believe.
Gras.
Oh, king cake right here. Yeah.
Never knew
Yeah,
about
where it says
cake.
king cake is Mardi Gras' most
Yeah.
famous dessert. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Um,
amazing though.
It's pretty good. I think the sugary like crystals on top kind of throw me off, but like,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. But like they do this thing every year where they put a little tiny like baby or a little tiny like, well, not literal, not like a real baby, but it's like a little plastic like thing they put in the cake. And I don't know if it's baby for everyone, but like we put a baby in it. It's a little plastic baby. And when it comes out, whoever gets the slice with the baby in it has to come back next year with the king cake. Like they have to bring the king cake next year.
That's awesome. I like that.
That's true.
I don't know how they do it. I think they just lift it up, put it under that. I don't know, but
That's super fun.
yeah.
Speaking of good like Cajun stuff, you ever had a beignet, Austin?
Yeah, those are
Dude.
amazing.
Oh. It's like best
I've
of
never had one.
Dude, it's like best of both worlds. It's like a donut, but it's got like fruit inside of it. Oh, dude.
Dang.
Powdered sugar on top. Yeah, look at these things, man.
I love powdered sugar.
I do too.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Beignets are so
Fortunately,
good.
We might have to wrap it up here soon. Kind of here soon, the little dude.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get real hungry.
You just let me know whenever you need to call it.
All right.
Dang, man.
Or you can keep streaming without me, but I may have to
No,
clock
you're
out
all
a little
good.
bit earlier. Oh man, these bear beignets.
Dude, yeah,
And I
man.
love
Yeah.
the custard with it.
Yeah. God, it looks so
They're
good.
just like crepes too,
Crepes are fucking phenomenal also.
kind of similar.
Yeah.
I think my sister went to Louisiana or something like that for like an LSU game, like an LSU football game,
Oh, I'm getting hungry.
and she called it a bagnet. She called it a bagnet in Louisiana.
Yep. Hell
And
yeah.
she's a Cajun.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
everyone was just laughing at her. It was so good.
That's
It
phenomenal.
was so good. At least I was told. I
Bagnet.
wasn't there, but a bagnet.
Give me one of them bagnets.
Beige net.
A beige net. A
That's
big net.
That's what it looks like.
It does look like that, yeah. I can't blame her too much, I guess. But
It's so funny that
classic.
yeah, my sister went to college. Let's see here. She went to college in the state of Alabama.
My dad went to college in Alabama as well.
Nice.
He went to
Did he?
UAB.
No way.
Yep. University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Oh wait, my brain went dyslexic for a second. Hold on. My sister went to Auburn.
Oh, okay. Yep.
She graduated this last year, but
Hell yeah. Auburn's a big school.
yeah, and every time they had a game, like
What's Auburn? War Eagle?
yeah, War Eagle, and then also the Tigers. So the way that I was explained, right? And you gotta understand, she's my sister. I can't just go make fun of her, go are you War Eagle? Are you a Tiger? You know, I can't just do that over and over again. It gets old. So the way I was explained was they are the Tigers, but they say War Eagle.
Ah.
Basically, we are the Gators, but we say
Roll
go
Tide.
Gators. What?
No, I was saying Roll Tide. You were talking about the Tigers, so I said Roll Tide.
Okay, I mean, sure. I mean, that's Alabama.
I'm a Bama fan, yeah. Not a Tigers fan.
Yeah. I mean, I figured, but yeah. I mean, Nick Satan can do his thing, but whatever. It's whatever. That's what everybody says, unless you're an Alabama fan, you will say Nick Satan. That is like the rule,
Instead of Papa Saban,
Papa
our Lord and
Saban.
Savior.
It is where
Lord
it came
and
from.
Savior Saban.
I feel like
What?
they should just rename their team the Auburn War Eagles.
I agree.
That's what it should be, because everybody and their mother is the Tigers.
Yeah, for sure. Especially too, you have LSU, like
There's several different.
not that far
Tigers.
down the road.
No, there's
There's
several
Tiger.
different Tigers in the SEC.
Well,
Yeah.
LSU.
Clemson
is
Tigers.
Yep.
They're in the
Clemson's
ACC.
ACC.
No, yeah.
Um,
But still, there's a lot of Tigers down south.
Mm-hmm.
And I did
So,
say
yeah,
they're
the-
ACC, but still.
I know. I missed that. But
Bulldogs. Damn.
the Tigers and LSU are pronounced Tigers. That's what I've heard. I don't know. Like an A
With an
at the
X
end
at the
instead of.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Tigers.
The Tigers.
but-
That's like you
The
ever seen like
Tigos.
the Saints shirts that say "Go Saints," but it's GEAUX
Yeah.
Saints. Yeah, it's like
Go
that same
Tigers.
concept.
There's a Go Tigers.
Are you
too.
Yeah, look
seen,
right here. That's
Burrow?
funny that it came up because they have it for the Tigers
Are you-
too.
Are you seeing Joe Burrow with the EAUX? at the end?
No,
Have you seen that?
no.
Look up Joe Burrow LSU. I think it was a senior night or something. his senior night jersey.
Oh, that's so sick. That's
You
awesome.
see it?
Yeah. That's
Yep.
fucking hilarious.
I was watching that game.
That's so funny.
I think they crushed, right? Yeah, of course
Yeah.
they crushed it. That was Joe
Yeah.
Burrow's team.
That's sick.
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah.
it seems like you guys need to wrap up your thing if you are. So,
That was a good year.
Yeah.
um,
There you go. Go Saints.
Yeah, thanks for joining, man. And you know, hope to join in again next time too.
of course.
So
you
anytime
know,
you're in, you know, say hey, what's up in the comment section. Glad you're coming in and enjoying the streams.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, man. Of course.
Yeah, we'll
You
definitely have
guys-
some people on soon. And
Yep.
yeah, Austin's got to go Betty boy.
Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I'm more particularly tired than usual for some reason.
Yeah.
As well.
You also got to work early.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
understandable.
gotta get up early tomorrow. But thanks for teaching us a little bit more about down there in the south. You know,
Yeah.
Yo. All right. Yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. here. I gotta go.
I didn't even think about
Anyways,
that.
Yeah.
Yo. All right. I'll
Thank-
see you around.
Soldier, dude.
All right.
Soldier.
We'll see you
Thanks for
soon.
listening to my talking. All right. Bye.
Of course. Yeah. We'll see you this weekend, Turtle. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Later. Yeah.
All right. Well, what a beautiful wrap up and conclusion to tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping in. We appreciate you as always. If you're in the chat and have just been ghosting out listening to our nightly musings, drop us a follow. We'd really appreciate it. We've been out here streaming more and more frequently every single time. We always do like to see new people coming into the chat. We would appreciate that greatly. Also, thank you. Oh, sorry, I had a bit of a burp. Thank you to Rep Sports for giving us our promo code with them. Remember, if you want to support the show, you can go to repsports.com. That's reppsports.com and use promo code 2dudesfuggin for 15% off of your order on their website. Whether you're looking for some new workout supplements, some sick ass merchandise, some stickers, daily multivitamins, all types of things, you can get those over at repsports.com. That's reppsports.com, and use promo code 2dudesfuggin to get 15% off of your order. Support the show, support a new healthy lifestyle. Also remember that if you're of the age of 21 plus, you can hit us up in the Discord and get our Bright Sellers link. Bright Seller does have a promotion for the viewers of the Two Fucking Dudes show. They will give you a discount on your first box of monthly subscription wine tailored to your personal tastes. They will send you wine from small vineyards. If you don't like a wine, you can click nope and they'll send you a different wine the next month based off the taste that you like. Thank you so much to the two affiliates of our show. Remember also you can check out our mugs by using the exclamation mugs command in
Get
the
yourself
chat.
a mug. Get
Remember-
yourself a mug.
You can also check out our merch by using exclamation merch in the chat. Remember to also follow us on all of our other socials.
Cups are super useful. I'm always using a cup. So get a
Cups
mug.
are extremely useful, honestly.
You'll always use the mug.
Cups, dude. You can use them for anything. Put ice in them.
That's a special Yeti cup though.
It is, yeah. I want to.
alien technology.
I need to figure out if I can get us a freaking Yeti, a two dudes
Well,
Yeti.
we're good with the mugs we're good for the mugs for now. If we pop off, then we can get a Yeti deal.
Mugs for hot drinks, Yetis for cold drinks. But yeah, remember to follow us on all our other socials: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, all at Two Fucking Dudes. Thank you again so much for tuning into the show. We appreciate you as always. Austin, you got anything for him?
Yeah, tune in again. We're gonna be coming in again. Thanks for Turtle for joining in and dropping a little bit of knowledge. It's always good to hear other people's perspectives. So thanks everyone for tuning in and tuning in again and here again soon. We're gonna be dropping hot fire knowledge on the weekend. So come with some questions and be prepared because you're gonna need a second pair of britches.
We love you. We appreciate you. As always, take care, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.
Knowledge. 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 Knowledge.